Let's dive right into this explainer and explore a seriously mind-bending concept. I'm talking about something that happens inside your head every single day. Get this. Your brain can, and regularly does, hear words that were never, ever said. It's a wildly cool auditory illusion called phonemic restoration. And honestly, it completely shatters the idea that we're just passively recording the world around us. We're going to break down exactly how this works through a few everyday scenarios, and you'll see just how much your brain acts as a real-time editor of your reality. Section 1, the auditory illusion. To really get phonemic restoration, let's picture a totally familiar scene. Imagine you're just kicking back, casually watching TV. A character on screen is speaking, but for a split second, the audio drops out. Just blip. One specific word totally vanishes. But here's the crazy part. You don't even react. You just keep right on watching, completely unaware that a piece of the audio went completely missing. The massive, undeniable realization here is that your brain literally makes up sound. It is actively fabricating audio. When that word flickered out of existence on your TV, your auditory system didn't flag a gap of silence. It didn't send up a red flag at all. Instead, your brain instantly caught the context of the sentence and just manufactured the missing sound out of thin air. It created an auditory hallucination that was so perfect, so incredibly seamless, that your conscious mind just accepted it as absolute reality. Section 2, the interrupted sentence. Think about a giant cough. You're talking to a friend, right? And they're right in the middle of a sentence, giving you some information, when suddenly, bam, a ridiculously loud cough completely masks one of the words they're saying. The actual missing word physically disappears behind that harsh, abrupt noise. Well, this is the exact environment where phonemic restoration absolutely thrives. This brilliantly illustrates the core illusion we're dealing with. Think about what your ear literally physically heard versus what your brain actually perceived. On one hand, the ear received a broken sentence that was aggressively interrupted by a loud cough, basically a corrupted audio file. But on the other hand, your brain perceived a completely smooth, uninterrupted sentence. Sure, the cough is still registered as background noise, but the sentence itself, it feels perfectly intact. Your auditory system captured a gaping hole in the data, but your conscious mind was handed a flawless, finished product. Section 3, your brain fills the gaps. The crucial point here is that when that word disappears behind the cough, your brain secretly goes into overdrive as a rapid-fire puzzle solver, fixing the dialogue before you even realize it was broken. This is phonemic restoration right in action. Your brain acts just like it's putting together a giant jigsaw puzzle. It immediately identifies the missing piece of sound, drafts a replacement based on the surrounding context, and slots it right in. It doesn't throw up an error message. It doesn't make you ask the person to repeat themselves because a piece of data was missing. Instead, it looks at the words before the cough, anticipates the words after it, and forcefully bridges the gap. It's an active participant in your hearing, doing all this heavy lifting in the background without ever asking for your permission. Let's break down the sheer speed of this step by step. Step 1, the word goes missing. Step 2, the brain's puzzle pieces slide together. And step 3, the sentence is perceived as whole. This cognitive processing happens in literal microseconds. The brain processes the missing audio, consults its vast vocabulary, picks the most logical word, and injects it back into your audio stream so incredibly fast that there is zero perceived lag. You just think you heard the entire sentence natively. No way, right? But it's true. And the ultimate result of all this secret editing? It never notices. Your conscious mind completely misses the trick. You feel this total sense of confidence that you heard every single syllable uttered, completely oblivious to the intense, lightning-fast editorial work your brain just executed to keep the conversation flowing. You just stand there totally confident you caught every word, completely unaware of the illusion happening in your own head. Section 4, what else is hidden? Let's scale up this perspective to your own life for a second. We rely on our senses to tell us the truth about the world, right? But this auditory illusion proves that our senses are heavily filtered, edited, and sometimes completely overwritten by our own minds. So think about it. What else is your brain hiding? If your mind can seamlessly invent a spoken word just to cover up a loud cough, how much of your everyday reality is actually just an incredibly convincing, lightning-fast fabrication? What else is your brain secretly editing for you right now? It's definitely a fascinating thought to leave you with. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and remember, keep questioning what you hear.